Limited phone and internet services were restored yesterday across Gaza after fuel was delivered to restart generators that power the networks. Israel says it will allow 2 tanker trucks of fuel into Gaza each day. That amount, though, is half of what the UN says it needs for life-saving functions for the people of Gaza. All of this while the humanitarian crisis in Gaza continues to worsen and calls for a ceasefire are rebuffed by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
The Israeli military continues to search Al-Shifa hospital for a Hamas presence after troops said they had found tunnels underneath it. CBS 2's Doug Williams joins us now live from Tel Aviv with the latest. Doug, good morning to you. I know you've been following this so closely. Could you give us the latest on the status of the Al-Shifa hospital?
Tim and Andrea, good morning. It's not only being searched, it seems it's being evacuated. Now, the cause of that and the reason for that is what has been discussed by both sides, officials on both sides of this conflict starting this morning. It's another example of the information war going on that I think our viewers at home should be wary of. So just to back up, this morning, hospital officials and the Hamas-run health ministry were reporting that the IDF forced the hospital to be evacuated. Doctors, patients, the displaced people there, everybody. We were told the evacuation command by the Israelis was for within the hour, and that was around 9 a.m. this morning, local time. We heard from the Gaza Health Ministry that those that could eventually did evacuate south, but wounded could not. There are premature babies, as we all know by now, that are there and they're in danger. And we were told they had to remain there as well. And that last detail is something that the Red Cross has said they're trying to help with, and they're trying to get in touch with the Ministry of Health. About an hour and 40 minutes later, we received a statement from an IDF spokesperson that the evacuation was simply the IDF granting a request of the hospital director to let people evacuate, and that the IDF did not order anyone to leave. And it's important to note that organizations like MSF International were calling for Al-Shifa to be evacuated just as of last night. So again, we've heard the numbers of people that are in there between those that need medical care and those that are just using it as shelter and have been displaced from their homes. It's close to 20,000. We had heard that as recently as this morning, it had been down to 15,000 as people were evacuating. So it's a fluid situation in what is already a dire time for Gazans, really south and north as of right now.
And Doug, what is the latest on are there any negotiations currently going on a ceasefire? And what's the latest on all of the hostages?
It's interesting because right now, a group of advocates of an organization here in Israel for those that were taken and that are still missing, the hostages, are marching towards the office of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. They started in Tel Aviv and have been marching day to day to Jerusalem in protest to the fact that nothing has happened. There hasn't been an agreement, and there are no developments today that we know of. The pressure is mounting. That Missing Families Forum, it's an advocacy group, was planning to meet with the cabinet members. They have said that the cabinet members have not been willing to meet with them on the whole. President Biden had a call with Qatar yesterday in an effort to get the talks moving again, we're told. The Israeli War Cabinet, CBS News is reporting, has refused the deal terms that we've been reporting the last few days, this progress, the 3 to 5 days, the number of potential hostages that would be released, including women and children. The Israelis are said to still be demanding changes, and the big change that they want to see is that the number of hostages that would be released by Hamas would go up significantly.
Doug Williams live for us this morning in Tel Aviv. Doug, thank you. And stay with CBS 2 for the latest on the war, and you can look for another live report from Doug in Tel Aviv this morning in our 10 o'clock hour.